they tend themselves. The bad pastor tend themselves. They care for themselves. That in Ezekiel 34, he speaks about this type of pastor. God speaks severely about this. As I live, says the Lord God, surely because my flock became a prey, given to be devoured, and my flock became food for every beast of the field, which means the pastor left the flock alone, left the sheep to be taken by the devil, the enemies, because there was no shepherd. We work so hard to raise a pastor. Jesus said, go throughout the world and preach the gospel. We raise pastors, form pastors, we open churches, and at times the pastor says, I don't want anymore. Like an employee who goes to a company and says, I don't want to work for this company anymore. The man of God, pay attention, you pastor, assistant, who is following me, an official of the church. The work of God, it's not a venture, it's not a job. The work of God is a calling, a privilege that we do through our whole lives, and not as long as it's convenient to us, not as long as things are favorable towards us. It's a responsibility we have for life, and they are so few. Jesus said, great is the harvest, but few are the laborers. That amongst the few we have, you abandon, knowing the size of the harvest, knowing the necessity of the harvest, and you abandon it, that souls may be lost, that the flock may become food and prey. My friend, what do you think that you will answer God when He asks you, why did you abandon the work that you proposed yourself to do? And what will you say? What will you say? I suffered injustice and I abandoned. Do you think that this will work? You preached so many times about injustice. No, for me it was hard because of this and that. What is the excuse that God will accept? That you can say, because of this, I've abandoned the flock. Think just a little about this. Because there was no shepherd, nor did my shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds did what? Fed themselves. To feed, to tend, means to care, to eat. Fed themselves and did not feed my flock. They took care of themselves and not my sheep. Thus says the Lord God, behold, I am against the shepherds, these shepherds who feed themselves. God says, I am against them. Do you know what is this? Do you know what is to have the hand of God against you? For you to have the devil against you is not nice. But if you have God to save you, it's okay. But what if God is against you? But the bad shepherd does this. He feeds himself. He wants to tend for himself. That's why he gets involved with businesses in this life. They want to acquire things for them, assets for them, life for them, all for them. They think about them. First is them. The flock, if they become food for the beast, it's their problem, as long as they have the green pastures for them. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.